the best park up in Norway so far. Everyone seems quite dressed up. We might have stumbled onto a wedding.
Freezing.
Oh, she's out.
Watch where you're going. Hill, hill, hill. This is fast.
You're my favourite. I think I just found us the best park up in Norway so far.
Gorgeous.
It's stunning. Let me show you around.
All knew her by her will to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours.
See what I mean, guys? Pretty spectacular. Now, we have just got off the ferry that you would have seen us boarding in last week's vlog. We've only driven about 5 minutes off the ferry, and we are going to go and explore Summerroy, which is accessible over this little bridge over here. We're about 2 miles away, but rather than taking the bikes, it's a beautiful day for a dander. So we're just going to go and explore over there.
Nice slow walk. Pick up some supplies.
I think we need more treats.
Yeah, we do.
And then come back and chill out. We did have our own little private beach. It's now been invaded, but maybe by the time we come back, we'll have our little private beach back.
We got a bit jealous because they've got like full-size table and chairs and all the food.
We've got chairs that are this much off the ground and no food.
She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone. But she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the
So that was Nicola doing her little goat mentality. I must get on to Hillsoy. She saw the sign for Hillsoy, so we had to cross the bridge and go onto it. Yeah, Summerway's not what I expected it to be, because obviously a lot of these little islands, like little fishing communities and stuff with little red oxblood red cabins, but it seems more like it's just a standard village. Still beautiful, and every house seems to have its own private beach. See the way she's really paying attention here?
Oh, yes, hello.
You've already said hello once today.
Oh, have I? Hello again.
And now we're going to go and check out a hotel. Everyone seems quite dressed up. We might have stumbled onto a wedding. I hear they do food at weddings.
How many people can you fit in a hot tub?
Is that
Quite a lot.
a joke? No?
No.
There'll be a lot of wriggling and touching in there, I think.
Seems to be a lot of young, attractive people.
Why, thank you. We're lowering the tone clearly.
So are.
Nah, no free food, so we've escaped.
I just feel flattered that we were let in.
Well, g'day guys. We're still at that wonderful park up, although not that you'll be able to make it out because we have been once again, if you remember last week's video, socked in Senja. Mist and the fog has obviously followed us over here, so rather than driving on, it's a cracking little park up. We just thought we'd stay here and maybe get a run late morning. Well, that late morning is now turned into early afternoon. It's almost 2:30. We think the mist is clearing. It's taken a bit of convincing for Nicola. She's not really anything but an early morning runner, but we're going to head out and go for a run.
It's flipping freezing.
Oh, she's out.
Where's the sun? Yeah, I'm not really feeling the love for the run right now.
That's always the best time to run, when you're not feeling it.
Here we go, you're easy to remember. So hard to forget.
So with this sun and the mist, there's a chance there is a fog bow. There's a fog bow here, and we're going to see whether we're high enough to see our brook inspector. There. You're probably not going to be able to make that out.
Wow.
But yeah, fog bow right here, and a brook inspector. Oh,
It's actually beautiful up here.
it's stunning. Yeah, the bridge actually goes kind of up a little bit. You can see that you're actually sort of slightly above the mist. I mean, the fog bow's starting to clear a little bit, so the brook inspector will clear as well. But that's beautiful. And as is always the case, you never regret a run. Actually, you never regret getting outside. We can actually start to see some of the sort of islands over there. Some kayakers down in the water as well.
Oh, hello. Oh.
As he falls off into the sea.
Rose bed, fancy hotels, girl, you know. Baby, run away with me. You kill it lonely.
So the mist, as we've been running around the little village of Summerroy, has completely cleared. But we're running now back towards the van, and something tells me there's a very good chance that all of the mist has decided to gather right above the van. But at least we got a little bit of sunshine here, a little bit of vitamin D, and a wee 5 miler to keep the legs moving. Nicola's just loving it.
Not so much today. Good 10 miler the other day. Absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed it. Fastest 10 mile ever. Today 5 mile? Nah, not doing it.
Chuggy Becky back in the van, we'll sort you out. Little 5 miler done, and the fog is cleared, and it turns out if you have brain fog, get out and move. Right.
And then you get mental and you go and dip in Arctic waters.
Let's do it. That was lovely. Well, good morning, guys. And unlike yesterday morning, we can actually see 2 foot in front of us. It is an absolutely beautiful morning. Sadly, not really sadly, but we can't sit around and enjoy it because we have something pretty special booked, but it's about 2 hours away. Right, well, we'll get going. We've got to stop off and grab ourselves some breakfast.
Because we've literally got a little bit of brie, about that much brie, and some yoghurt in the fridge, and that is literally it.
Both of which I really don't like. So if you hadn't have guessed by the noise, we're doing a little bit of dog sledding.
They're quiet now though. No, you
that's
said
true.
that.
Well, you can probably tell by the panic on this one's face.
I'm really, my heart's racing.
But we're in good hands.
Very good.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure I'm going to be in good hands with this one.
No.
Point is when they're coming up, they're getting in 30,
Yeah.
you know, and then you be hanging there.
This
You're not filling me with confidence.
Yeah, it's constant, but I gotta tell you this because
Yeah.
I'm seeing people don't understand this.
Holy, it's bumping.
Watch where you're going. Oh, hill.
This is well, boy. Oh, you run the boy. You just sitting like Queen Mug.
Oh, I'm not sitting like Queen Mug, trust me. This is fast. This is fast.
Thought we'd give Nicola a wee turn. Oh, goodness me, that is tiring. The dogs are knackered, but goodness me, so am I. Okay, we have swapped. Nicola is now in control.
I'm really scared. I've got to try at least a little bit, haven't I?
No seatbelt, no. Oh, doing well, girl, doing well. Oh, Lordy. Holy, oh, I think that was my noblo. Where are you off to? Oh my God.
Oh, that was really hard. Really hard. I'm glad to be back down here.
Well done. Well done, pups. Well done, pups. Well done, pups. Well done. Well done, leader.
Well done. Are you guys tired? Well done.
To be honest, the amount I pushed it in my back, I'm...
Yeah. Did she just go? Yep.
That was absolutely fantastic. Probably the footage was all over the place. But I think he said, do you want to come and see the puppies? Don't have to ask us twice.
Oh, look.
Hello guys.
Yeah, 3 weeks. A little bit. So these dogs they. But you can like on the back. Yeah. Starting to find a place to rest. So that's one of the boys and then the other boy. But it normally we can train away almost everything.
Okay.
But it's some of them are just better at staying inside, kind of being pets for people, and some are better. These are.
Oh, they are sharp. You are sharp.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
It was brilliant. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I couldn't mush for too long, but I found that...
They actually give us t-shirts as well.
Yeah, same we're mushers. But I found I was so busy concentrating on the direction, I wasn't sort of enjoying it as much. So we swapped back and sitting in the cart thing, I had a massive grin all the way round. Brilliant. Once I got over the initial fear.
She even watched me pushing the cart up the hill.
I did.
It was actually quite a strenuous.
You were exhausted by the end.
It was pretty strenuous, but so much fun. I must admit, it must be incredible to do it in the winter with the snow. Not least, I think it would be lovely just the quietness actually. I was surprised actually how quiet the dogs were once we got going. I mean, they were going bonkers at the start, but once they got going, they were loving it.
And we were there, just the two of us today, and we were so lucky because we literally got to meet every dog there.
Yeah.
And then there was...
Including
the
puppies! I'll put a link to the company that does it. There's obviously a few companies that do it. I think these are the only guys who do it in the summer months. But I would recommend these guys, you know, all year round. Fantastic, and obviously really love their animals as well.
They look so well cared for, and they're all really, really friendly. So even if you're not, you know, 100% confident with dogs, they just want you to love them.
Stunning.
They're just brilliant. Yeah.
Before we left, I did have to check Nicola's pockets and her rucksack to make sure she hadn't stolen a puppy.
I think it might be a little bit too big for the van.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously we have moved on just a little bit, and we're heading, actually, for the first time in 12 weeks, we're heading south. Ooh. We're going to be in Norway for another week. We're going to sort of call this video here. And
Norway, please adopt us.
I know, stunning. We've actually turned up to a fantastic little park up.
I've just been for quite a long walk, about 2.5 miles just out and back, but I forgot to bring any water. But the forest trail, I'm not a huge fan of forests. You might have heard me say I'm a bit bored sometimes by trees.
Bored by trees.
Occasionally forests can be, you know, a little bit dull. But this isn't. Even I was like, wow, this is a really nice forest.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Really stunning.
Trees, please don't hurt me.
We're heading a bit further south, not too far, to explore another area of Norway that has been described as just as beautiful as Lofoten, but with hardly any people. Right guys, well once again, thanks a lot for following along, and if you come this far north in Norway, go Mushing.
Northern Lights Dog Adventure.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Book them up, go see them, tell them we say hi, and yeah.
And give the dogs a big cuddle from us.
They do. And don't steal puppies like Nicola did. She didn't steal any puppies. Right guys, well we're heading back to the van. It's dinner time. We'll catch up next week further south in Norway. Once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, go Mush.